today we're going to start the day off a little bit more differently. I'm going to start off with chugging some water because I want to change up kind of how I do things. I don't want to leave things to the last minute, and we need like a mini reset. It's day 10 today. Welcome to day 10 of 75 Hard. We're going to mix it up. First thing to do today, I'm going to pick out my new fake Stanley using this one for the next couple of days while the other one goes through its wash. If you live in India, let me know, where do you get your drinking water from? I have lived in India for like 5 years now. For the first couple of years, I lived with my in-laws and we did bottled water, like Aquafina, bottles of water, mini bottles, big bottles. I would just buy the big 2-liter bottles. But what are we actually doing? Like, I live in a very, I get my information. I don't have that many friends here. So I get all of my information like about how life is supposed to be like in India from my husband, who's had a very privileged upbringing. In the office, we have like one of those like big, huge, those plastic water filter things, and you put it on like a little dispenser. That's what we have in the office. In my own home, I actually quite like that. Like, I think the water tastes quite good. So that's what I like to do, and we have one in the home as well, but it's not the best thing to do. I thought about putting like a little filter on the tap, but then people told me I still needed to boil my water before drinking it. Let me know, what do you do for water at home in India? Are we getting it from the tap and boiling it? Actually, I don't think I would get this one from the tap because our water for our current house is like straight up groundwater. We don't have an extra like filtration system. Literally, sometimes when you turn on the tap, like all this brown matter will come out first. I apologize in advance if I sound really, really stupid as an introvert who doesn't have any friends in India, and I rely purely on information from my husband. We just had a very different childhood. I'm just curious, what do you do? 1.8 liters of water. We're gonna chug this and see how much of it we can get done. I don't think I'm gonna get the entire 1.18 liters because that's nuts, but just wait to start off the morning so we can get ahead on our water count, and it's at like 10 p.m. and we're on 3rd liter. It's also like a nice way to start the morning. Usually the first thing that I'll have is coffee. This is a nice way to like line your stomach before coffee. I did drop a little bit on myself, classic. I think I drank about like 300 ml there. I don't want to drink too much where I feel sick, and I feel like I've just hit like a limit. Let's go and do our reading. Just me, guys. I just finished my 10 pages of, what are we reading? How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. It's so far going good. This is the bookmark that I'm using. It's something that I got from Taipei. It is one of those magnetic bookmarks, and it closes like that. I just read a really easy 10 pages today. I'm not in the mood to push myself to read more right now, but let's do a little recap. We didn't do our yesterday recap, so we'll do our recap from today. One of the main things that it says is that how to break your worry habits. And I don't know if I like the suggestion. And one of the suggestions that they make is to just get really busy that you don't have to worry. So it gives an example of someone who used to be just fret about their business. They're working 7 hours in a day and they were like, screw this, I'm gonna work more hours so I have less time to freak out. And I was like, and they were like, oh, there he went from working 7 hours to 15 hours and now he feels better. And I was like, I don't know if that's what we should be pushing all the time, but this is peak hustle culture, at its finest, I guess. But in some ways, correct. So for example, the secret of being miserable is to have the leisure to bother about whether you're happy or not. Or if you've heard the saying that's an empty playground. No, empty hands is a devil's playground or something like that. Basically saying that when you're not doing anything, when you're not busy, when you're not working on anything, when you don't have a purpose, it's just that's the time when you are over analyzing things, you face jealousy or just negative emotions and stuff. And I do strongly kind of believe in that. If you don't have purpose in your life, if you're not working towards something, anything, it doesn't have to be a business, it could just be dinner, working towards making all the meals or something like that, you can get very in your head about stuff. So that part is true, but I don't know if we should be pushing overworking. Also finished with our first bit of water, and it's not even 11. So guys, if you're gonna do 75 hard, or if you're trying to drink more water, make it, I guess like what I need to do is just make it more like intentional, like fill up the glass, like work on chugging like half of it or something like that, and then like move through it a little bit quickly. Usually by like 3 o'clock, I'm still working on my first glass. By 9 o'clock, I'm still working on my second glass. And then in the last like couple of hours in the day, I'm chugging that like last like cup and a half, like Stanley and a half. I just want to make those changes today. Okay, let's drink the water, make coffee. Changing up my honey to this one. It is the Capilano Manuka Premium Floral Honey. My parents got it for me from Australia. I love Australian honey or New Zealand honey. It's so just delicious, like it feels really full, flavorful, etc. And this one is almost finished. But instead of using that regular honey thing that I use, just for less mess, I'm gonna use this one. We're doing our regular crazy coffee routine, where it's like 2 coffees from the machine and then like 1 heaped tablespoon of instant coffee. Don't ask why we do this, but I just felt like it feels like it gives me a really, really strong kick to get through the beginning of the day. And I feel kind of tired today. Like after last night, I think I went to sleep at like 2 a.m. last night. When I used to live in Hyderabad, I used to do homemade coffees Monday to Saturday, and then Sundays I would order myself a like something from Starbucks, or even on Saturdays order something. Okay, done with the team meeting. Let's take our first sip of coffee together. Something tastes so off about this coffee. And now we're gonna go right into editing our footage from the Insta360. It's honestly so nice to be doing 75 hard, because if I didn't have those 2 45-minute workouts in a day, I think I would just be sitting at this computer desk for the entire day until like morning to night. The only time I would get up is to feed myself, feed my daughter, and like just play with her. But other than that, I'd just be glued to this. So it's nice to have those forced workouts that you have to do. Let's get into it. I am listening to Mile High, and you know what? I just really don't enjoy it. I usually do enjoy like lighthearted romance books. I find myself just like wanting to turn it off, and I'm only a couple chapters in, so usually I don't feel so strongly about a book. Couple chapters in, I'm still kind of going through the motions, but I really just want to like turn it off. And I also really do want to listen to Divine Rivals, but I need to concentrate on it, and I think I'm going to switch to actually reading the book, because it just sounds like a nice book to read. Like when you're listening to it, you'd be like, oh, this would be really nice to read. Let me tell you what other books that I have on my audiobook. Mile High, I'm not enjoying so much. And then I have Divine Rivals, and then I have Normal People by Sally Rooney. I also have an Audible credit where I can get something, and I'm wondering if I should get that last book of the Dreamland Billionaire series, because I did really enjoy that. All right, we're gonna do Normal People by Sally Rooney. Let's see what the book is about. Oh, this is a major TV series. I had no idea. Neil and Marianne grew up in the same small town in the west of Ireland, but the similarities end there. In school, Connell is popular and well-liked. Well, oh, it's called Connell, not Nell. I don't know why I read the first as Nell. Connell is popular and well-liked, and Marianne is a loner. That's me. Alone, but not lonely. In school, Connell is popular and well-liked, but Marianne is a loner. But when the two strike up a conversation, awkward but electrifying, something life-changing begins. We're gonna give it a go. It's a short book, only like 8 hours or so. Anything to get me through editing this crazy, this content. I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't have an Irish accent, even though it's set in Ireland, because I thought it'd be really hard to understand. They have like a really light, like so far from what I've listened, a really light Irish accent, and I feel like it's fine. You can still understand everything. Oh, also, I wanted to listen to the Sally Rooney book as an audiobook, because I heard that in her books, she doesn't use like quotation marks, and I feel like that would be so confusing for someone like me who's already like a slow reader. I saw someone make a post that was like, only stupid people give books 4 or 5 star, and I'm like, that's me. All my books you guys see, it's like 4 star, 4 star, 4 star, because I just feel bad giving it like, like anything else. Someone's like put their life into this, it's not like a huge corporation has hired AI to write this book. Somebody's like dreams on this paper. It's 3 o'clock. I haven't done any of my workouts yet. I've had about half of my protein. I'm just about to finish my second liter of water, which will put me up to like 2.6 liters. I have one more liter to go for the day, which is pretty good for 3 o'clock. And right now we're gonna start the recording, and I'll check back in with you guys when the recording's all done. Voiceover for Taipei, Taiwan vlog. Just got back from a 45-minute walk, outdoor walk. My husband came home from work early and I was feeling a little like down again first like couple of days, like that time of the month. He was like, okay, let's go on a walk together. So I was so grateful for that because my motivation today was low. I told him like, listen, if I was not doing this challenge and vlogging on YouTube, I would 100% like just throw in the towel today. But because I am doing this vlog and we have an entire like 2 months of content that's planned around 75 hard, and I would be completely lost if I didn't have that, we push on. So like tip, if like get yourself an accountability partner. You guys are my accountability partner. My team, my editors that are waiting for my content, they're my accountability partners. Right now, baby just got back from her toddler class as well. So we're gonna do bath time. I find that it's best as soon as she steps foot in the house after her class in the afternoon or whatever her afternoon activity is, we go straight into bath time. And because she gets me like super like soaking wet for bath time, it's like the perfect segue for me to also go take my shower, and then we're both fresh and like ready for dinner. She goes to sleep soon after dinner, and then I can continue my work. So that is a little scheduly that we have. 25% off my 3rd liter of water, which is pretty good. You guys know yesterday I was drinking water. I just started my 3rd liter at like 11 p.m. So proud of myself. The same thing I was wearing before, because usually I have a hard time finding things in my size. So if I do find something in my size that I like, I'll buy multiple of it. And this sweatshirt thing from H&M is nice because it's like sort of kind of fitted, but then also like doesn't squeeze my stomach area. We're gonna finish our water and then we're gonna go upstairs to the rooftop and do our evening walk. It is 1 a.m. in the evening and I apologize because today I did the worst job of vlogging. I think it's because I was feeling so sick and so out of it that I just did a bad job of like showing you guys everything. I didn't show you my workouts, didn't show you what I ate today, but I did get my 2 workouts done. The first was just like a walk around our area with my husband, which was really nice for us to be able to do that together. And then next was a walk on my rooftop, and I was talking to my sister the entire time, had my protein, drank my water. I'm actually on my 5th liter of water right now because I finished all of my water intake and then I had to refill my glass again for like nighttime. I'm proud of myself for pushing through that, and a huge reason is because I am vlogging, because I have you guys to answer to, even though of course the series isn't live yet. I told you guys that I'm finding like time management the toughest part of this challenge, and I think another thing is like something I didn't experience previously was just like days with like low motivation, or like when I have other, not low motivation, but like I just had other kind of personal stuff that was happening the past couple of days, like I told you guys about, and kind of compounding, and then like just feeling today, like just like, yeah, you know what, like all of these things culminating to just feeling like not really motivated, feeling like I literally felt like I just want to take my laptop and get on the couch, throw on a blanket, put on a Friends episode, and just like, you know, lazy edit whatever I need to do, like lazy work. But it feels good to like push through. And if you're someone that always gets shit done, it might not feel that way to you, but for me, reaching 10 days of doing something, that feels crazy. And I'm finding that like time management and doing things when you don't want to do them, that self-discipline is like the more tougher part than having to do the workout or stick to the diet or things like that. And also right now I'm gonna go to bed. It is, like I said, 1 a.m. Tomorrow I have a early morning, not early, it's like a 10 a.m. meeting. I'm hoping it'll take like an hour, max 2 hours, and I can be home. I'm gonna be skipping Pilates tomorrow most likely, so I have to figure out like what else I'm gonna do in terms of my workout. I'm thinking right now it's going to be a morning walk, and then it might be an afternoon walk, or I might try to do tennis tomorrow, I think. But so far that is the plan, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 11. Bye.